Welcome, everyone. We are at the final home stretch of the rookie draft. This is it now for off-season until probably we crack on with some actual real football, which is exciting. If you are watching the cricket, I don't want to hear about England, to be honest. I know you'll tell me that. That'll be good. But we have got some few little sneaky deals done. Good day to says, how are you, my lovely? Hope you're doing well. So the clubs have pre-listed some of their players. Fremantle, they've pre-listed as Category B, Ryder Luke and Toby Wan. Great name, Toby Wan Kenobi there. Jesse Mello, the All-Australian. We talked about him quite a lot last night. He didn't get selected or bid on, but he finds his way to Geelong as a Cat B. Riley Hamilton, the NGA, he's joining GWS, and Sydney doing the sneaky Liam Heatherton and Noah Chamberlain joining them on the Cat B. Jai Sexana and Kalani White Jr. join Melbourne and Collingwood, respectively, as Cat A's. Some good names on the board. $2.99 from RJS, Greaves and Hibbins Hargraves. Surely that happens, doesn't it? Surely. Some very good players on there. Nick Widescreen, Anthony Chills, thank you for joining me. King Krilla, apps, welcome. Hopefully, these players find you the draft class this year. Noah Hibbins Hargraves, obviously, and Greaves, two of the big ones that we talked about quite a lot in the pre-season. But there is some other players as well. You've got players like Leon Kickett, definitely one of them who hasn't been there. You've got Marcus Krandamskis, the big ruckman. He's still there. So this is going to be really interesting. We do expect players like George Stevens, Lincoln McCarthy, Tyler Welsh to really be pre-listed. Fred the Red as well, Fred Rodriguez. He's not there. I'm with you, Harrison. I would love to see something dodgy like that and the players that have delisted be allowed in. Tom Blamiers, I like that one from you, punter. Fred Rodriguez, he would be brilliant. Juddy, mate, first cricket comment. Well done, mate. Tell you what, Joe Root, he looked a little bit dodgy as soon as he walked out, didn't he? Looked like he'd got lost. So this is going to be really interesting what happens here. A lot of similar names will be taken, as you know. But at the end of the day, it's going to be quite interesting how clubs go and if they play along and play with their play fairly, which is always interesting, isn't it? 'Cause sometimes there's a little bit of underhand dealings. We don't often see it in the AFL, though. But I'd like to see some little dodgy dealings here. It would be great to see. So we're looking here. This is going to be really interesting. Teams that were expected, obviously, Rookie A and the rookie spot that Geelong, Stevens, Matafei, Forbes, they've committed to. That could be really interesting. There is players like Rory Wright, though, that I think would be intriguing. Christian, SSP is the next stop after this. You'll be invited to the train on spot. So that looks like what Carlton are doing. Carlton are going to be that side. Rory Wright is very interesting, Harrison. I'm with you. Like another player that I thought could be intriguing. Says, why did Port travel? And probably the free biscuits and sandwiches. Says, do you know what I mean? Free sandwiches. Free sandwiches. Walk along. Harrison, I'd love a little bit of shithousery. Like George Stevens for me, I think if you like did like a draft class order, you would say he's ahead of everyone that's in there. Probably the Audi Tim Tams tipped them over the line, Saz. Atush, good day, mate. How you doing? Probably no one. It looked like Davies said that Carlton will wait for SSP. Robson, I mean, look, we said this about Carlton's pick 28 that they traded. If there's no one that you want, you don't have to legally pick someone. Do you know what I mean? It's probably bad business to pick someone as well if you don't actually want anyone. So it's going to be really interesting here. It's going to be intriguing what they do. Are they going to? Are we going to see 20 minutes of just talking? Or are we going to rattle through this? So that's going to be really intriguing. I mean, let's look at some of the names that haven't been actually taken at the minute, which is really insane when you think about it because they were highly touted. But Rory Wright is the one that we've talked about on this show quite a bit at the moment. The Sandringham Dragons boy had no takers in the AFL national draft. There was quite a lot of talk about him as well going in the draft, but got into the state combine, which is usually almost a guarantee to get there. Real big dash from him, bit of dash, decent ball use as well as played down the back and midfield. It would be a really tasty proposition for someone. So that could be intriguing. Tree stumps, that could be really interesting. I think great call by you. Like, if you see these players like slide through the draft, Ollie Greaves at Tasmania could be a really intriguing one, couldn't it? Going to be really intriguing. Branny, it'll be interesting how many players like just try and see an extra look at these and invite them on the train on as well. That could be a really intriguing, like little prospect at the end of this. Of is anyone actually going to try and just get an extra scout there? We're not expecting a boatload. You're probably looking at about 10 to 15. So at the minute, the rookie draft order has been released. Eagles are going to be the first pick. So this is kind of an intriguing one here of what may happen. I will put that as a banner for you. So there you are. We're going to have the Eagles on the clock, which is good. Paul, I'm good, mate. How are you? You know what? Sean Maker's an interesting one because he was highly rated in the draft, wasn't he? The year that he was taken. And everyone was like, wow, St Kilda have got a real bargain here. Sean Maker would suit, like, you know what Tasmania are looking to build, a year in the VFL. Dirksen as well would be another one. I am really looking forward. Branny, can you imagine if the Eagles did Archie? Mate, that would be grouse. The problem is that he has structured his contract and his value. How many players do I think will go? I don't think everyone will lose them. I would say we're probably going to get about 20 picks. So probably about 10 that we don't know about. You know what? Sean Maker at the Roos is a great call by you. I like Dirksen as well. I think Dirksen's very, very underrated. He plays for another club, Paul. I have no real feelings for him. Great start by the Poms. Love it. Great to see. Love it. So this is going to be really intriguing now. They are, oh, I believe this is done via text, like via Zoom call. So just for those who were tuning in a bit later, we have had some pre-listings, as it were. Uh, we've had some pre-listings, and they were Jesse Mellor. He was added as a category B to the legends that is Geelong Football Club. Liam Heatherton and Noah Chamberlain found their way to the Category B list at Sydney. That reciprocal agreement with Murray Bus Rangers allowing Heatherton to be a Cat B. Riley Hamilton and Ryder Luke and Toby Wan, they found their way to Fremantle and GWS Scott Hamilton. And Saxena at Collingwood and Kalani White have been listed in Category A rookies at Collingwood and Melbourne, respectively. So they'll be really happy with that. They're kind of done and dusted. Um, in the terms they're allowed to pre-list them because they're NGAs. Dark Magician, how are you? Hope you're doing well, mate. So Eagles now will be on the clock. I believe we start at 10 past. Hey, Dark Magician, good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well, mate. So it's going to be interesting what happens here. I mean, quite a few names, weren't they, were left out of the draft, which is probably quite a surprise. If you think about it, some very good talents were highly rated. A lot of these as well were top 30. Noah Hibbins Hargraves is one that I really want to talk about because I understand his knock of the consistency, but I think that red time, that excitement that he brings, I think for a rookie spot would be great. Like if Eagles pick him up here, Eagles will be really chuffed with that. I'd like Fred Rodriguez to go. I'm a big fan. Mason Cox is evidently a lock for Fremantle, so that's going to be an interesting one. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Fred Rodriguez, I think Fred Rodriguez would be a really nice pickup. It'd be interesting because, like, you could say the Eagles want him, would make sense. But Noah Hibbins Hargraves is just like kind of I think a very intriguing, exciting prospect. So they're just talking about evidently that the people are coming in, that he's going in. So let's try and predict it. We know Schoenberg is going to be one of the Schoenberg's one of the guys. Pond of Paradise is interesting. It is interesting, Ollie Greaves. He's really got a knock, hasn't he? So remember, these picks can't be traded or anything like that. This is just face value. So it's going to be intriguing now as Cal Toomey is trying to kill time. Bless him. 20 minutes to pre it. Impressive, Judy. Hey, we've gone that Hawthorne, just get left footers only. So the max you can have on the list, including your Cat B, your Cat A, and your seniors, is 44. We are on. Fred Rodriguez! Yes! Fred Rodriguez finds a new home. Fred Rodriguez finally is off the board, and he was really, really, really consistent through the year this year. Very unlucky not to get a position in the AFL draft, but this is going to be really intriguing. He finally gets his opportunity. Similar knocks to Dyson Sharp. Oh, great to see. I agree, mate. Cake not war. It's intriguing, isn't it? I thought he was really good. So Richmond passed, and Riley Onley joins the Melbourne Football Club. If you remember in my previews, I called him Bontempelli Light. I am a real big fan of Riley Onley. He's got some real nice talent, and he's going to be really enjoyable to see in the AFL. I think he'll be a slow burn. Yeah, second test slobber, mate. The day nighter. So Jack Watkins joins Port Adelaide. I believe he was in the Stanford program from memory. So they're keeping it close to home. It's nice to see that they're doing that. They bring in just what they know, and that's really interesting because that is their first literal pickup. A mature age player, kind of like Noah Howe's light. So that's a really intriguing one that they haven't had any picks, and that's what they've done. Slobber, much love, mate. $2. Love you, brother. They haven't yet. No, they didn't pre-list him. So Patrick said, as promised, he's re-rookied. So count and pass. And Jake Lloyd is re-rookied by Sydney Swans. Leon Neon joins Fremantle. He was one of the late bolters, wasn't he? The Latrell Pickett type. And that's really intriguing. Mark, yeah, Davis said it last night that Carwin wouldn't be partaking in this, so no surprise. Good pick, that mate. I'm really happy for your Eagles. So real intriguing that Leon Kickett. Bit of excitement to go there. Connor Stone is back at GWS. Ben Jepson at Gold Coast. And Tyler Welsh. Ollie Greaves finally has a new home, and Hawthorn get their NGA man. Huge, huge. Best case scenario for Hawthorn. That is brilliant for them. No one's grabbed Noah, no yet. So that is intriguing, isn't it? Ollie Greaves slides down. Hawks, are we chuffed with that? That's big. So he was sensational for Eastern Rangers. So that's going to be really intriguing. Edward, do you reckon that's an attempt to keep Butters kept? Fairmonger Carlton have already confirmed he's got a train on spot. Pretty good, isn't it, Mark? Make cake, not war. So George Stevens re-rookied, which is intriguing. So St Kilda, Port passed. So Dane Rampy comes back to the Swans as we expected. So Swans just doing their little bait, their lateness there, which is good to see, which is fantastic. So loads of teams passing now, lots of rookies, but that's really intriguing that Sydney have done what they've said, they've promised. Leon Kiki, though, nice surprise for Fremantle. So this is going to be intriguing now. Only a few spots left. And Northern Knights, Nick Driscoll. He joins, represented the Bullants this year as well, briefly. That is such an absolute Geelong pick. That will conclude the draft. That is a very intriguing selection from Geelong. They brought back in their players, and they have gone out. So Noah Hibbins Hargraves has literally not been picked, which is crazy. Mello has been picked. He was there. He was picked up pre this. He was category B by them. No count and are totally out. So that is absolutely fascinating there with that rookie draft. They have a lot of passes there, but Noah Hibbins Hargraves doesn't find himself on the list. So that is intriguing. If we go through it for you, let's do that. So straight off the bat, we had pick one, Fred Rodriguez out of South Fremantle to West Coast Eagles. So they brought him in, the midfielder, very strong, works two ways. Richmond, they passed. Riley Onley went to Melbourne. Old Marcus Bontempelli light. Port Adelaide brought in their Sandford player, Jack Watkins. The two-way midfield runner. St Kilda re-rookied Patrick said, as they said they would. Cowton, obviously, they already announced they were going to pass. Sydney Swans, we picked 7. Jake Lloyd, they re-rookied him. 8, Fremantle got Leon Neon Kickett, the live wire small forward. A really nice selection for Fremantle. Really like that one. GWS, they re-rookied Connor Stone. Gold Coast, they re-rookied Ben Jepson. Tyler Welsh went to Adelaide. Hawthorn finally got the NGA they were allowed, which is intriguing how it would have gone. I reckon he would have had a bid if he was an NGA. Ollie Greaves, though, finds Hawthorn Football Club his new home. Geelong, they went George Stevens. Lincoln McCarthy went to Brisbane. Eagles then passed. Port Adelaide and St Kilda followed suit. Dane Rampey was re-rookied by Sydney. Fremantle, GWS, Adelaide and Hawthorn all passed. Keaton Motify Forbes was re-rookied by Geelong. And then everyone else passed until we got to Nick Driscoll, the live wire, exciting small forward that can play. Little bit of mid went to Geelong. And that will conclude the off-season draft content for this year. So you will see me this weekend, Monday. I will release your whole reviews of whatever one is doing. But this could be really intriguing now. There's going to be quite a few SSP spots up for grabs and train-ons. So for those joining, we'll recap that. The teams did pre-rookie as well. So you know, we had Kalani White was pre-rookie aid at Melbourne. They brought him in, which is a huge result for them. Father-son, they got him in there. He chose them over Gold Coast. Jai Saxena, he joined Collingwood, so Tom McGuan missed out altogether. Liam Heverton and Noah Chamberlain, they were rookie bead at Sydney Swans. GWS rookie bead, Riley Hamilton, and Jesse Mellor was rookied at Geelong, which is insane. Ollie Greaves, Noah Hibbins Hargraves, and Jesse Mellor, the All-Australians in their junior years, leaving it very late, and Noah Hibbins Hargraves undrafted, and Toby Wan and Ryder Luke both joined Fremantle. Tell you what, lads and lasses, thank you very, very much for joining. We'll be doing a full recap of this at the end of the week. Stay tuned for that. But I have had such a good time this year doing this. This has been my favourite time of the year. Can't thank you enough for the support. We will see you on Monday. Got a lot of content coming out. Thank you very much, everyone. I love you all. Have a great weekend. And it's Mrs. Pom's 40th this weekend. So this weekend, I will be looking after Mrs. Pom. So love you all. Peace, love, and light. And I'll see you Monday.